everybody, this is Andy here to make a very silly but fun video. You guys know my buddy over at the Library of Allenxandria. He is a great YouTuber, one of my best friends on BookTube, but recently he did a challenge that he lost. I think it was he had to name characters in books that he has read just by like reading a section of dialogue, and he lost. And so what he does on his channel is he has a bowl of I don't know, consequences. I don't know what he exactly calls it, but in there was a week of Alan doing my hair routine. Now, if you guys remember, or if you haven't seen it, my Q&A video when I reached 1,000 subscribers, someone asked me about my hair routine and I gave a little overview. And so Alan took that overview and tried to emulate it. And he set up an awesome video, and he put up an awesome video of himself trying it, and he was very obviously not experienced in the hair routine and product. So I thought I would make this video to one, show Alan how it's done, two, show him some areas where he messed up, and three, I thought it would just be fun to do. So to start out, it's the morning here. I just woke up when I'm recording this, and I basically got up and sort of ran my hands through my hair to get rid of the bed head. But besides that, I haven't done anything to my hair. So I thought it'd be helpful to have sort of a before and after look. Alan on his video said that most days he just gets his hair wet and kind of goes like, you know, back where it is. And so I wanted to show sort of what that would look like for me. And you can see this isn't terrible. The hair for the most part is where it's supposed to be. It's a little wispy, you know, it doesn't keep perfectly. But most of all, what I want you guys to notice, because most guys just do this, they kind of comb their hair and they leave it there. What you get when you get this is just like what I call lazy hair, or like tired hair. It's just kind of laying down and kind of flopping around. If any of you guys watch The Office, the hair and makeup team purposefully had Jim, even though John Krasinski is a very attractive guy, the actor, he had this sort of floppy hair, right? And it's what like just the natural thing for guys is if you're not doing too much to your hair, if you're not really conditioning it, or you're not giving it product or anything like that. But halfway through the season, all of a sudden, there's kind of this joke that Jim becomes hot and he gets like a haircut. And he gets a haircut, yes, but it's usually not the cut of the hair, it's usually the product and the time you take and how you make the hair. And so his hair is much nicer. If I have time and I feel motivated, I'll drop kind of a before and after of Jim hair versus when he has nice hair. And so that's a little bit like what my hair is going to be doing here. You can see here, again, this is just like getting up in the morning. I washed my hair yesterday, both with with shampoo and conditioner, and so it's clean, but it's not styled at all, and so it's a little wispy. So I'm going to go take a shower. I am not going to shampoo today because I did yesterday, and you shouldn't shampoo every day. I am going to put conditioner in it to kind of give it a nice shine, and then I'll meet you guys afterwards to go through the next section of hair routine. All right, hello. So we are now post shower, and I feel like I didn't go over that as well as I could have, but it's very important not to shampoo every day. So just today I used conditioner, and in fact, I usually only condition 2 to 3 times a week. The point of that is to keep the natural oils in your hair plentiful and not drying out the scalp. Too much shampoo is going to dry out your scalp, and even if you have a dry scalp and you use like a blow dryer, which we'll get to in a second, it's gonna like hurt your skin there. So you gotta have a lot of that natural oil, which is why you can condition every day, but don't shampoo. Alan, I'm talking to you. This is why I don't recommend using those 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner things, because it forces you to shampoo every day. So at the very least, have a separate thing of just conditioner so you can do that on days where you don't want to shampoo. Because again, natural oils, huge, you want that. All right, so I have done a basic dry, just kind of, you know, with a towel, kind of went over my hair. The next stage is, as I said, the round brush if possible, and the hair dryer. Now, a couple things about what we're actually trying to do here, because I didn't answer everything here, and this is where Alan had some issues. You definitely want hot. Now, hot means hot. It's going to be hot, but you're gonna have to get A, used to that, it's part of the process, and B, the most important thing is you don't have to be like right next to your scalp, but you want to angle it in such a way that you're not really getting up all in it. So it's just one of those things to get used to, but you do want to use hot. Heat is very important. And so I want to explain what you're actually doing here before I do it, because I think that'll help kind of mentally, Alan, as you're doing it, and those out there as you're doing it. So the goal here is you're trying to create volume by making the roots of your hair rigid. So at the moment, they're just kind of resting on their sides with the weight of the hair. What you want them to do is you're gonna brush with the brush opposite of the way that they lay, okay? And then you're going to hit those roots, you're focusing for the roots with the hairbrush. So you're going close there as you brush it up. And again, the point of that is instead of your hair just resting sort of in its natural rest, you're going against the roots, so it stiffens the root, the heat stiffens the root, and that's what gives it a lot of volume. All right, so you're going against the root, on hot, and ideally with a round brush because it just makes it easier to get continual motion and like expose more roots. But just for this video, since it's the one that Alan had, I'll use a regular brush here. Everyone following? Against the root, on hot. I'm probably gonna go pretty fast because it takes a while. Also keyed here, be patient, but here we go. Now another thing you're probably seeing while I'm doing this is I'm not sculpting at this point. So I'm not going to blow dry my hair to where it's going to be. That comes afterwards. Right now I'm really just focusing on making it dry, and again having all of those roots be dried firmly and heated in the opposite way that they are. If that makes sense. So sometimes I'll get down like this. Go up, just to let gravity help you out a little bit. Again, the point is the heat and that you're getting those roots up. So don't think about sculpting right now. We'll do that next. All right. So you can kind of go however long you want. I kind of look for when I can do this, where I can like kind of move it up a little bit and it's gonna go up. Now, I am in need of a haircut at the moment. You can see I'm not as tight on the sides and I do have a lot, kind of a floppiness. That's when I try to cut my hair to kind of thin it out so it has a little bit more structure. But for the moment, we'll go with what we work with. Now, once you have that hair drying set, and you can already see how much better my hair is just standing on its own because those roots are strong because of the hot air and because of the pressure from the brush. But you can still see there's stray hairs kind of all over the place, and my hair looks a little dry and a little droopy, right? So that's where you get the product. That's why product is very important. I prefer pomade or pomade, I think is what Alan said. And here's the thing. I don't use really expensive stuff. You can see, in fact, this one I'm calling this foaming cream instead of specifically pomade. It's slightly different, but this is cheaper. I actually got this at Marshall's. But the one I would recommend if you're really trying to do well, and it's not too expensive, is American Crew. That is great pomade. And here's the thing. You want to go with a cream pomade. Alan got a wax pomade. That is for firmness. Like if you really need a hairstyle in a certain way to like hold. Like that was big when faux hawks were really big. But for like hair like mine, and I think Alan's, that is kind of straight and you're looking for more of a Ryan Gosling lay, LOL, something like that, then you're gonna want foaming cream. And here's the deal, Alan, you got a whole ton. The basic rule for the most part is kind of like toothpaste. You want a little bit larger than a pea. You want to spread it throughout your hands to get it warm, because again, you don't want cold. That we just entered heat into the equation. We don't want to get rid of it. And then the whole point is to get everywhere. You're not just trying to get like, it's not gel, right? Where you're just trying to get it where you want it to hold. You want as much as possible all throughout the hair. It's normally works really well to go through it. Again, this is why I said don't worry about forming it while you're blow drying it, because eventually you're gonna have to touch all your hair with the pomade. So can you see how much more shine I have there and how much more firmness? Let's see, I don't know if it's zooming in there well, but you can see I don't have any more stray hairs. Even though I'm not tight on the sides, it still looks pretty good. And so I normally pull it back here, and then I want to get a little bit of that natural volume again. So I just do a little push up like this. See, like you don't want, you know, all the way up like grease. But once you do that, it's gonna get a little bit more of that natural lift. And then as it completely dries, that pomade, this is gonna lighten up a little bit, become a little less firm. And yes, it is a little sticky. Use soap and water and you'll get it off. That's it. And then here you go, you got my hair. And this is, I should say specifically, obviously every person's hair is slightly different and every hairstyle has particularities and things that you need to do depending on the look you're going for. Mine is pretty simple actually, in that I'm just looking for sort of a straight back, voluminous laying down of the hair behind. If I was going to do like a hard firm or a part, then at this point I would do a lot more combing to try to get it out, and I might use a stronger, firmer cream for that kind of thing. So it also sort of depends. Alan, I think probably what you're looking for is actually close to mine. You have very thin hair, which I do as well. So you want to get sort of this volume up top and to really look like you have that thicker hair. And then you can go from there if you want it to be parted or if you want it to kind of just lay down like mine. It's totally up to you. So that's it. I'm gonna go put some clothes on real quick and then show you kind of the final product. All right, and here it is. This is the finished product, I guess. You can see, like I said, I'm in need of a haircut. It's a little floppy, but I think the before and after, you can see the big difference. My hair is not having that lazy fall down effect. It's standing out on its own. It's a little more bright. It's kind of a deeper, darker red and a little more, I don't know, put in order in that way. And I don't know, I think it looks good. So that is my hair routine, Alan. Hopefully these tips really help you, especially as I think you're gonna try out, you said over spring break, several days in a row of this. Hopefully this will help. Of course, let me know if you have questions, anyone out there as well. And this has been a blast. As always, first in, last out.